something. Do. Well, it's looking good. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tea Talk. I'm Danny Cade, and I'm very excited to dive into a bonus topic with you today. We've talked about all sorts of different ways of getting leaner for life, but what happens when you hit that weight loss plateau? You know, you've been there where you've been consistent, you've done everything right, and yet the scale seems stuck. It's frustrating, right? But instead of the usual advice today, I'm going to be bringing you some unconventional science-backed solutions that are going to help you to break through that plateau. So let's just jump right in. First thing is starting with cycling your calories, or I like to call it also reverse dieting. And most people assume you need to keep cutting calories to lose weight. But if you've been in a deficit for too long, your metabolism can slow down. This is called adaptive thermogenesis. So to get out of this rut, what you want to try to do is, again, reverse dieting or calorie cycling. And you do that by increasing your calories slightly on some days. In doing this, you can wake up your metabolism and prevent it from slowing down even further. So what you want to try, just to begin with, is maybe increase your calories by 200 or 300 just one day a week. Of course, staying focused on nutrient-dense foods, you know, like your good lean proteins, healthy fats, and veggies. Of course, the occasional boost is going to rev up your metabolism, and that's the whole idea in that. Okay. Or as I like to call it, break the cycle. Just one day a week, throw a wrench into your system that's different or offbeat, and it just seems to do a nice little reset for you. Okay, another one, strategic deconditioning for muscle sensitivity. Now, this is for you hardcore trainers. Maybe you've, been hard at it and you've hit that plateau. And that could be that your muscles are simply too well adapted to your current workout routine. And muscles can become resistant to growth or fat burning after constant training. And this is where strategic deconditioning comes in. By taking a short break from your usual intense exercise, say 10 to 14 days, your muscles can reset. And then when you return to training, they become more responsive. It's an action plan, and you can plan when you do this on say, a 2-week deconditioning period where you back off from your intense workouts, go do other things, cycling, jogging, walking, whatever, but then reintroduce a new exercise routine with fresh energy and responsiveness at the end of that time and watch what happens. Okay, another one is cold exposure and brown fat activation. This one's a little bit off the wall. Now, this is where you're exposing your body to cold things like ice baths, cold showers. And what that does is it stimulates your brown fat. It's a type of fat that burns calories to generate heat. And it activates that brown fat through cold exposure. And that can be an unexpected way to break a plateau. So here's a challenge for you. You can try incorporating cold showers or ice baths a few times a week if you're that gutsy. But if you're not, if you're more like me, even where just a brief exposure to cold water is great for increasing your calorie burn over time by engaging that brown fat. So give that a shot. Okay, mitochondrial health, that's another fancy way of saying cellular health. It's kind of one of those forgotten factors because your mitochondria is responsible for burning fat. Over time, poor nutrition or stress can cause that to become less efficient. So if we're boosting our mitochondrial biogenesis or creating new mitochondria, we can do that through intermittent fasting, exercise, and even certain nutrients can rejuvenate them, which in turn helps to burn fat. So here's a unique little tweak you can add to your regimen. There are mitochondria supporting supplements, things like CoQ10, alpha lipoic acid, for example. Other things, again, you could do is practice intermittent fasting. That also improves cellular energy production and fat metabolism. Okay, another one, mouth rinsing with fat. Now, some of you might know this as oil pulling. They're actually separate things, but they do work well together. So if you've ever thought about it, now is a really good time to try it. It's that taste it, burn it theory. And it's kind of interesting. What you do is you rinse your mouth out with fat, and fat can trigger your brain to release the fat burning signals before you even swallow. So research shows that mouth rinsing with fat, like coconut oil or olive oil, activates neural pathways that boost fat metabolism, just like athletes do with that carb mouth rinse. You may have heard of that. So you can try it out. Now, if you wanted to try the oil pulling, you'll actually hold it in your mouth for longer than a quick rinse. Oil pulling, you'll be, swishing it around there for 10, 20 minutes if you can handle doing that. The longer, the better, up to 20 minutes. But don't swallow it afterwards. Spit it into the trash can, not the sink. You don't want to clog up your drain, right? But it's really awesome. You just throw a teaspoon to a tablespoon in there. Again, the longer, the better. It sends early signals to your brain to burn fat more efficiently. And again, be sure to spit it into the trash afterwards. Okay, don't swallow it, because if you did pull any toxins out of your mouth, you're just reintroducing it. Okay, another thing, tracking your non-exercise movement, NEMT, sorry. This is the energy that your body burns from all the small movements throughout the day, like standing, washing dishes, folding laundry, fidgeting, or walking around while you're on the phone. NEAT can play a major role in breaking through a plateau without requiring a huge workout overhaul. It's a simple tweak. You can set a timer even to stand up and move around for at least 5 minutes every hour. You'll boost your daily calorie burn and give your metabolism a nice gentle nudge. Okay, I think this is the last one I'm going to throw at you: nutrient timing and carbohydrate front loading. It's not just what you eat, but when you eat it. Now, front loading carbohydrates earlier in the day can improve your insulin sensitivity, which is great for diabetics, but it also makes your body more efficient at utilizing carbs. This reduces the chances of storing them as fat later on in the day. So you can try this tweak by eating more of your complex carbs like quinoa or sweet potatoes earlier in the day or post-workout, and then focus on your proteins and healthy fats later on. This keeps the energy stable and aids in fat loss. So closing thought, breaking through a weight loss plateau isn't about pushing harder. It's about tuning in to your body's needs and using innovative techniques like reverse dieting, refeed days, mouth rinsing with fat, and cold exposure to really shake things up. So don't be afraid to experiment and see how your body responds to these new strategies. Let me know in the comments below if you're going to try one of these. Which one are you going to try first? Let us know in the chat, and let's see if we can't get you past that plateau. Now, if you're looking for more tips and tricks that will help you along the way too, next Wednesday on the 23rd, we have a webinar coming up. It's with Dr. Bruce Daggy. He's teaming up with Nidra Sayre. Sorry, I've been saying her name incorrectly apparently all this time. Surprise! Anyway, the two of them have some phenomenal secrets above and beyond what I've been sharing with you. So do register for that. Even if you know you're not going to make it, that's okay. We all have lives. That way you get the replay as soon as it pops up, and then you can kick back with your favorite beverage and enjoy the show on your own time. So there's that. And if you'd like to learn more on your own as well, I do have the wellness center that's available to you. And that is, I'll put the link above for you as well. And if you haven't joined my Danny's Wellness Tribe yet, I fully encourage you. Right now, we actually have just started a sugar challenge, and it's okay if you've missed the first couple of days. You're more than welcome to jump in with us now. Any amount of time is better than no time without sugar, and it's kind of almost like a preset before your holiday of Halloween pops up, where we're all going to be indulging in all kinds of good treats, right? So I encourage you for that, and any of the other links that I may post above for you. And I think I've got you wrapped up. So thank you very much for being here. I look forward to seeing you on my wellness show tomorrow. I'll be right here at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where we will be talking about holiday resets, how to avoid gaining those extra pounds now that the season is upon us. All right. Thank you so much for being here. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.